Hello. In this chapter, we'll be discussing the fourth chapter of Book 2 of Aristotle's Art of Rhetoric concerning friendship and enmity. Aristotle claims that a friend is somebody who feels pleasure at our pleasure and pain at our pain. They wish us well, not for their own sake, but simply for our own sake. And they share our values. Things we find evil, they find evil. And things we see as good, they see as good. And this extends to relationships. Friends will tend to have the same friends as us, and an enemy of a friend is also our enemy. So, friends, in summary, are people that want us to thrive and want us to do well and are willing to help us do so, not wanting anything in return for it. And some of the other things that friends do, according to Aristotle, are praise. They praise our good qualities, particularly qualities that we may not see in ourselves or may not be confident we possess. They let us know the good in us. And they don't store grievances. Friends exhibit mercy. They forgive us and they don't nurse grudges. And they see the good in us fundamentally, and they take pleasure in our company and in the qualities we possess, and have admiration towards us, and don't compete over the same pool of resources. We can trust them, in short. And we feel friendly to people who we help secure good. Our friends are those we help thrive. Our friends are those who we keep our word towards. Our friends are those who we share that quality of empathy and who we mirror pain and pleasure with. And our enemies are, of course, the opposite. The hallmarks of friendship are doing kindnesses, especially when they're unasked, and not asking for payment in return, or not demanding gratitude or thanks. That's a hallmark of a good friend. Anger and hatred are the emotions produced by enmity, which is the opposite of friendship. There's a distinction between anger and hatred according to Aristotle. Anger is dampened by time, and the object of anger is the harm of an individual, not a class. According to Aristotle, we can't get angry at a group or a class or an abstraction. We become angry at individuals, and we wish those individuals harm to achieve our sense of personal justice. Hatred, however, can be levied at a class, for example, thieves, or a certain group of individuals. And hatred is time invariant. It can persist for as long as a person's alive. Hatred also doesn't care what happens to the person. If the person comes under ill fortune, the hatred won't be lessened. In fact, Aristotle says that anger wants the target of the anger to feel pain, whereas hatred doesn't want them to feel it all, it wants them to disappear entirely. An interesting insight Aristotle makes in the end of this chapter is regarding evils. The greatest evils, according to Aristotle, are injustice and folly, but these are also the least felt. Pain and bodily discomfort are felt immediately and therefore tend to be rectified immediately, whether it's by technology, whether it's by infrastructure to make our lives more comfortable, or medicine and so forth. We are able to perceive those evils and act upon them, but injustice and folly, on the other hand, are invisible. They're the least felt and their presence causes no pain. They can only be identified through reasoning, and that is why they're the most insidious according to Aristotle. So to conclude, if we want to prove people to be friends or enemies, these are the qualities we should pick out. Our friends want what's best for us. They do us kindnesses unasked. They don't ask for payback. They mind their own business and they're just. And when they do criticize us, they do it gently and in private. Our enemies, our friends with our enemies, they take pleasure in our pain and they are unjust and so forth. And of course you would be looking to prove whether or not somebody is one or the other, regardless of whether they are or not, by drawing on those particular qualities. Thank you. The next video will be on the emotion of fear.